Hello, friends, Romans, and also countrymen, and we are here with another episode of Redstone Adventures with Splice. Today we are looking at monostable circuits with T flip-flops. I believe that's what this setup is called. Now, basically what a monostable circuit does is cut down a signal to a certain length. Some people also call these signal, or redstone signals, not amplifiers. So I can't remember the word. There's a word for it. But anyway, basically what this does is it sends out a very, very short pulse. Now if you see when I hit the button there, this torch sends out a less than a tick pulse. And that's really useful because when it's less than a tick, it will, when it's powering a sticky piston, for example, spit out this block very, very quickly and won't have time to retract it. But when you hit it again, it'll pull it back. Now that essentially gives us the ability to turn a button into a switch. So I've set up a pretty simple door mechanism here. As you'll be able to see, I just have a simple piston door here. Closes and opens. And that's very easy to make. It's just two pistons stacked on top of each other with a strip here with a repeater on no ticks, or actually one tick. There's a big controversy about whether this state is one tick or no ticks. I say one tick. And it just runs over here. But we're going to build a monostable circuit so we can hook it up via this button. Now, I'm going to start with my input block, which would be right here. I was just checking to see my placement, see if my placement was correct. So, start with an input block here. I'm making it red just so it's clear that it's the input block, and then put a block one block away from it. Then make this sort of shape. So you have a little staircase shape going on here. You can run up it if you wish, or I can fly up it. And then take out that block. So you have this diagonal strip of three blocks, and then the input block. Now, place a torch on top of the input block, and this is going to be our output block for the monostable circuit. Now you can place any, a torch on any side of the block, but for our purposes, we're going to put it here. Then place a repeater facing the output block from the input block and set it to 3 ticks. Then you can run redstone along the top of these 3 blocks. Now this one, this redstone isn't actually necessary, so if you are doing this in survival, no use in putting it up here. I just put it up here out of habit, because that's how I learned how to build it. And then you put a button on your monostable circuit. Then place your sticky piston here, and I'm going to pick another color actually for this block here because it is technically the output block, and put that there, and then put a torch here. Now essentially what you'll get is this spitting out mechanism, and what it'll do is provide power. So if I hook it up to the door here, provided that it is not powered, which it is not. See, it is closed. And now the door is open. Now it functions exactly like a switch. I'm just going to disconnect that and hook it up via redstone to the door. Now we can hit the button to open and close the door. And it's really simple to put together, and it's really easy to get a good looking setup. That's very, very clean. You don't have to have a big switch sitting there, and you can open it and close it via a button. And the cool thing about this is you can also say you want a button on the inside here. Let's put it right here. So say we want a button on the inside. You just run some redstone down, and I just messed that up, but that's okay. Run some redstone down here, and I'm just gonna run it underneath the underneath this thing here. That'll be fine. And I'm gonna put a repeater there so it doesn't connect to the redstone. Now I actually made a mistake here. I need to dig this out further because I have hooked it up in such a way that it's a little weird. Now this is not the cleanest job I have going on here, but it'll function. Now all I need to do is just replace the floor here. Now you can see that I apparently made a mistake. Oh yes, because this isn't reconnected. There we are. Fixed. Okay, so now we have a button on the inside of the of our room, so we can walk out, press the button to open it, and then we can close it from the inside. And that's really cool because the way that it works is it adds a step in between just a switch running directly to the doors, meaning that with just a switch, if you were to, let me grab a switch because I can demonstrate this. With a switch, say we have one here and we have one here. Now that's actually a bad example because that's gonna do the monostable there. And let's turn power off from it. Say this is the switch to open the door, or in this case, close the door. But let's just say it is to open it. So if the doors are open now, and we want to close them, this switch isn't functional because there's power running through here already. So we have to wait for that to, or we have to undo this so we can use this switch, which prevents us from having multiple buttons or switches that will trigger the setup. So as you can see, works really great, and it works really, really well to have sort of a secret base entryway. It's a very clean and nice looking one. And of course, you can extend the door higher or larger in many ways, and you can add it to any kind of door, but this is just a quick example of what you can do with a monostable circuit and a T flip-flop, I believe is the name of the thing. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and next week we'll be looking at something a little bit more complex, I think. And you will find out what that is when the next episode airs. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure, if you liked the episode, to rate the episode and leave a like. Also, make sure to comment. Just talk about it. Let me know whether you liked it. Let me know tutorials you would like to see. Because I know a lot of different redstone things, but I want to cover some stuff that are specifically good for practical usage and more than just sort of redstone fluff, like building a clock or something. That's cool, but it's not necessary for your base. So I wanna do tutorials on things that'll help you out with your base and that aren't super redstone intensive. Like as you can see, there's really not a lot of resources that go into this, save for the sticky pistons. So anyway, guys, make sure to do that, and make sure to check out our website, namelesspixel.net, for more content. We will be having all sorts of great horror-themed things for this month. So until next time, guys. Happy Minecrafting and happy redstoning something, I guess.